Okay.
Hello, welcome to the Adam Friedland Show, the podcast.
Yeah.
We're live?
We are.
Okay.
Am I in here? Hello?
You're in.
Yes.
We got special guest, our friend Maddie Healy from the 1975. He's back in New York, back in the New York groove.
Yo.
Welcome. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. I'm too loud. There we go.
Does that work? Am I quiet or am I good?
In my
good.
cans, you're a little loud. But maybe, can you turn my cans a little bit down?
Yours, Adam?
Yes. No. Is
that good?
No, Nick, turn it down, please.
All right. So.
How big is your dick? Is your dick? We can't talk about the Beatles. I was singing it.
But like, okay, if someone offered, like, what we were talking about before, but if someone offered you, like, it's going to be dog shit, but, like, you're in a very campy biopic, like, why wouldn't you say yes?
Yeah,
if it was just like, no one's going to think any less of you.
It's slightly different for me because I make music, so sometimes all the offers that I've had to be in films is like, hey, do you want to play a guy that people like more than you historically?
Yeah.
I'm like, nah.
We're making a movie about the Chuck E. Cheese man. We want you as the bird.
Would you be in the Chuck E. Cheese biopic?
Would you?
Yeah, I'd do
would
that.
you fuck the bird from the Chuck E. Cheese man? So we've heard a juicy rumor that you're fucking the chicken lady.
Maddie
from-
Healy spotted.
Du moi.
Yeah, he's pulling the Chuck E. Cheese bird.
You got just feathers all over your mouth.
Yeah, he's been
eating
going,
the cloaca.
Yeah, the one hole.
What is a cloaca on a bird?
It's like a pussy ass pussy.
Cloacy.
Yeah, they have like a one hole. Yeah.
So they do the eggs and they get
Yeah, I think they do eggs. They get fucked. They shit and they piss in that one hole,
Jesus.
which
How
is
big is your dick?
more efficient.
You guys
you
don't
ask
really
me.
do songs anymore. You used to sing songs all the time, Nick.
Yeah,
We do.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Depends if there's a
What was it?
good
You
one
had
that comes out.
wait. Did we do it on the show that your Red Hot Chili Peppers one was very good? What was it? What was it?
Are you asking me?
Yeah, what was it?
I have no idea. I mean, this shit, I don't even know when I'm saying it. I don't.
What was it? Fuck. Whatever.
You don't have
There's
Daniel.
something-
You never had Daniel Bedingfield in this country, did you?
Who's
No,
that?
who's Daniel Betting?
He was Natasha Bedingfield's brother, and he had like a big song, and it was like, "Is there any way that I can stay in your arms?" It goes like really high,
No.
but we do like, is there any way that I can suck your dick? And you've got to get the.
That was
the
big.
note. It was a
That
big
was big
hit.
for you
I think
guys.
like the UK fans might appreciate.
We'll do.
that.
Yeah, we'll do a little artist chat. I guess like the.
Where's the Elf bar?
The
Or
Elf bar's right
sorry,
there.
the other. Vapes
I saw a
over there.
video. I saw a video of the Elf Bar factory in China. And
Real quick, so the I guess the thinking behind the Come Town song parodies is never you don't want to just take a song and do a good job of
You want to
making
do a
it.
badge.
You don't want to do a good job. The further you can get the adverb from the target of sexual fixation, the better.
Oh, so like when you famously did like
Sucking on the midnight train, the penis.
Yeah.
is a good example
yeah, that's really good.
because
No,
it doesn't,
I
the more it doesn't make sense, the better it works.
Wait,
Because doing gay song parodies, it's like that's stupid.
But some of them work really well, like suck on my dick, come fucking lick on my balls. I wanna get lost in your asshole. That was one of them.
Yeah.
That's just good.
Wow,
See,
this
no,
guy's an
that's-
encyclopedia.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, only of the songs bit. I just listened to
my
Comtown songs.
I don't
My
think we
favorite-
did that one. It was "Give Me the Dick, Boy, and Free My Soul." I want to get lost in,
In your
asshole.
asshole.
Yeah.
Is
Okay.
but yeah, I mean, even then, that's too. It's too. The target of the joke is writing the gay song
So,
parodies to begin with.
so like dun 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 dun, and you're like, I am gay. Bum, bum, bum,
Yeah.
bum. I only get. What,
Yeah,
something
my
like that.
favorite of all of them is Tequila. So it's 14-minute instrumental and then just my penis.
Yeah, Wario. Yeah, as
Yeah,
Wario.
that's really good.
No, I liked. Do you believe in life after sex? I can feel something inside my ass. I really don't think it's big enough.
That's really good.
But that was Come Town, and this is the Adam Friedland.
Yeah,
Show.
this is something
This is
completely different.
And way more highbrow.
Yeah. Well, Dylan has gone electric, and
Right, okay.
And a lot of people in the folk music scene are losing their minds. They're like, "What is this damn? What are these
What
chords
is this
coming
art?
out of this guitar?"
Yeah, man, you got to do it.
Apparently, have you ever seen the documentary where he's at the Newport Folk Festival?
Who, Bob Dylan?
Yeah. And then he plays an electric guitar, and then what's his name? That guy, he's the folk guy, Seeger.
Yeah.
Not Bob Seeger.
No, obviously.
Pete Seeger.
Pete Seeger, yeah.
What's Bob Seeger?
Bob Seeger's
Bad to the bone.
Yeah.
Bad to the bone.
Bob Seeger's there.
Pete Seeger, who's like one of the biggest like kind of pussy folk guys of all
Bob
time.
Seger's Turn the Page.
Turn the Page.
Which, that and Night Moves, but Turn the Page is a hilarious song.
But dude, people are so fucking dumb. Like you see, have you like when you watch that proper Bob Dylan documentary and he like you said like plays an electric guitar and afterwards people will be like, he's fucking disgusting. This lad, he's a disgrace.
Oh, yeah.
And this lad's being like, it's fucking disgraceful.
I came here for a folk show.
For the folk show, not a fucking pop singer.
Yeah, he's like in Yorkshire and they're
like,
they're losing their minds.
Yeah, it's like
it's fucking awful.
Turn the Page is great because there's a line in there. It's, it's about being on the road. You're on the road all the time, and he goes.
Yeah, we know all about that, brother.
Oh hell yeah.
He goes into some country bar, and there's a line in there. It's like people looking at him. It's like, is that a woman or a man? And then, I mean, you know what Bob Seger looks like?
Yeah, right.
It's like, who is like, what a beautiful woman.
It's got to be a real shit place.
Yeah, right.
That's a gorgeous girl.
Is that what he thinks of himself? He sat down and wrote that song.
He was like, everyone knows how Bob Seger's androgynous.
Well, what kind of body dysmorphia does Bob Seger have that he's like looking in the mirror? He's like, I'm a fucking girl. Everyone thinks I'm a fucking girl.
But everyone's got body dysmorphia. Like we were just talking about how Pink's getting you see that Adam Pink's getting cancelled for looking like a lesbian for her career, and now that's being regarded as queer baiting. So like loads of like 18-year-olds are being like, she's done irreparable damage to a lesbian community.
Why they let Harry Styles do that?
Why do they let him? He gets a pass. I don't know.
He's like basically has the N-word pass from the gay community. Yeah.
I actually don't think the gays really like it. I think it's like young girls that think it's a new thing that are like, oh my god, and then but actually gay people are like,
gay men don't have a problem with somebody pretending to be gay. They just jack off to it. They don't find, it's only lesbians would be like, you're not actually a lesbian.
Yeah, exactly. True gay guys would just find out.
Yeah, any gay man that sees a straight man prancing around in like skimpy clothes, being like, "Ooh, who wants to fuck my ass?" Or like me, I do.
Yeah.
Come over here and let me fuck
It's
your
even
ass.
better that I know that you're straight.
Yeah. Maybe it's not all gay guys, but a lot of them.
It's all of them.
Yeah.
It's all gay guys. We speak on behalf of them.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. I'm a bit of a Lorax.
So Pete Seeger is at the festival, and this guy is just having a fucking meltdown. And apparently he went to the like control booth, and he was trying to like cut the he was trying to cut the actual cord. I think he was like, I don't know if he had an axe or something, but he was just like losing his complete mind. And then he goes into a car and he's like, ah! He's like screaming because like Bob Dylan's playing.
It's so dramatic.
It's so insane.
It's so insane.
And that's how they act when we try to do a beautiful talk show for them.
I don't understand like how people got away with that shit, because like, like people have like quotes. If you're in like a guy in the 60s, you can be like quoted. Yeah. Bob Dylan sat there and like, what was the famous story? He's like looking out the window and he was like,
takes one to know one.
Yeah.
He looked out a window and he had his guitar and he took a long drag of a cigarette and said, 2 in the pink, 1 in the stink.
2 in the pink, 1 in the stink.
He said,
was it Chinese?
2 in the pink.
Oh, it's me, Bob Dylan. 2 pink.
Don't think twice.
Yeah.
But imagine if I said that shit, if I sat out and looked out the window whimsically and said 2 in the pink.
Yeah, I'm imagining it right now. I'm laughing.
He said no one ever. He was the first one.
Adam's girlfriend got angry at him the other night when I was with him because he wasn't fucking her.
She's always angry.
Which is so cool.
She got mad and I said, why are you mad? And then she texted me and she was like, I was horny.
I thought that was
my vibrator.
I was like, that is so fucking badass.
Mm-hmm.
That is cool.
She was lying, dude. She was lying. She wasn't horny. She was
being manipulative.
She was the Geppetto. She was the Geppetto. She was the puller of the strings. Mm-hmm. Well, she said she was horny, but she didn't want to say it on the phone because I was with people.
Girls make you horny, man. I mean,
girls make me horny.
They make me horny. Like when you came to mine, that story's got to be out there. Really,
you want to say it?
I mean,
dude, it's the best story ever. I was in London after I was coming back from. was coming back from South Africa. I'm glad you approved. Okay, I had a 24-hour layover in London on the way back from seeing my grandma in South Africa, and I hit up Maddie, and he's like, "Well, I got a tour, and my UK tour starts tomorrow, so I can't like go out, but like I'm chilling at the crib." And then my girlfriend saw a couple of her friends, and so we like met up with these 5 girls.
All hot, like
yeah, they were hot
and cool.
They were hot,
and that was all you.
That was a pimp
about.
night.
Yeah, but this is what
I was like, I came to your house. I was like, I feel like a pimp.
I was like, you look like a pimp. You're like a small pimp, but you look like a pimp.
I was a small guys.
A lot of pimps are small.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Cat Williams.
Yeah, Cat Williams. Yeah,
I mean, Cat Williams.
A tall pimp is a lot.
It was my Cat Williams moment.
I feel like they only exist in fucking in cartoons.
Yeah, like the really lanky pimp. Or in The Sopranos, the guy who's kind of like a pimp rapper guy.
Who?
You know the rapper who signs the bad record deal or whatever? He's like skinny, long,
but
pimp
then
style.
you like meet him, and then he's like, I actually went to Harvard Business School.
Oh, yeah, that's
like
right.
Or whatever. I forgot what it was.
Anyway, you came up with
and
this
then,
hot
and my
chicks.
sister, a couple hot chicks, and my sister.
Who's hot as well? Shout out to your sister.
She's a girl
She is
version
hot.
of me.
Yeah, I know.
She's
I'd fuck your sister.
I don't know if you. Well, I mean, if we could be brothers. Anyway, so yeah, we went to the pub before we went to yours, and then fellas were gassing me up. They were G'ing me up, where they were like, "Ooh." It's like, look at him, he's the Riz Master. They kept calling him the Riz Master. And I was like, that's right, dude. I'm a pussy getting legend. And so we go to Maddie's, and it was just very, very nice hang. Very like sitting in a living room, watch YouTube, listen to song hang.
Yeah, it was very like considered and nice. It wasn't like
very sweet. We didn't get Larry.
No.
Very sweet. What is Larry? What is it?
Larry.
Yeah, it's like
unwieldy, like kind of a bit crazy.
But it's like if you're about to fight a guy, it's like you trying to get Larry.
Oh, you're trying to get Larry, mate. Yeah. It's a stupid English word. Yeah.
You're trying to get Larry.
It's one of those words that we make up to sound tough, which makes us sound gayer.
Yeah, it's gay. So then the girls are. They're like, their song is Michael Jackson, Liberian Girl. That's like in their group of girlfriends. That's their turn up anthem.
That's right.
It's okay how women have things.
I know.
Yeah. It's really annoying.
It's like the worst. We got like 4 women move in with each other and they've never met. They met on Craigslist. And in 1 week they have like a fucking like
choreography.
Just I love us.
Yeah.
On the fucking refrigerator.
They have a group chat that's like
they're all doing the periods at the same time.
They say,
what is that about?
I think it's the moon.
Yeah.
No, it is them. What do you mean? Think it is.
It's
the nothing else.
It's the tides and the moons and their pussies.
That's so funny that they get fucked up by the moon.
I know.
Meanwhile, we went there.
Man.
Yeah.
For the fellas. Neil Armstrong did it for the boys.
He should have taken a shit on the moon. Actually, they probably did.
What, took a shit on the moon?
Well, they were shitting on the lunar lander for sure. I mean, they have to shit. Then there's probably nowhere else to empty.
Imagine the feeling, because it's like, what's the gravity on moon? Is it like a little bit less?
You really got to push.
No, it's way.
You got to push, and then it wouldn't go.
They played golf up there.
Yeah, right.
It would
bounce back.
It would bounce back up and it become like one of those games.
Back into your ass.
Yeah, they're doing.
Everybody's like, Buzz is gay. Remember when he punched that guy in the face?
That was so
old
sick.
Man. It was the sickest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah. But the guy got 1-3. He was like, "You didn't like not." And he like hit him straight away. He was like, "I'm not hearing any of this fucking shit."
He rocked it.
Yeah.
I wish Osama could have lived long enough to do that to somebody.
What? Just turn around and
somebody
one
went up to
bombs
him.
someone?
He's like, "Yeah, 9/11 didn't happen."
Just one bombs them. Yeah, that's fucking
back
sick.
to jacking off.
That's
the
why
porn.
I love Glasgow though, because like Scotland is legit like a cool place with sick people. I don't know if you guys have done shows there, but there's this infamous story where like this jihadist set himself on fire.
He got Larry.
Yeah, he got Larry.
He got a little too Larry.
What would it be in Scotland? I don't even know what they would say, but like
a Muslim is going absolutely daffy.
They don't speak English there.
They're like, what you fucking mean? Do you know what I mean? So like, this guy came over and he fucking set himself on fire. And basically what happened was a luggage handler had seen this jihadist who had set himself on fire and was driving into the airport and ran over to him and knocked him out whilst he was on fire. And then like gave an interview in broad Scottish being like, I had seen this fucking daft cunt that came over and was like on fire or some shit. So I just fucking put one on him. It's absolutely amazing. Like Scotland is crazy.
Yeah, Shane told me, he's like,
it's not English. They actually have like a Wikipedia that's in Scots. You can go to you can pull
it's like a patois.
I didn't even know Scots. I knew obviously Gaelic and like because I live quite close to Wales, and literally
there's Scottish Gaelic, but Scots is its own language that's just fucking like retard English. Well, no, it's like welcome to the Wikipedia.
Oh God,
everything's just spelled wrong. It's just illiterate.
Welcome to the Wikipedia.
Scots Wikipedia. Scots Wikipedia.
What does it say?
It's a Scots language version of Wikipedia. Oh, this is the Wikipedia page for.
It's just like medieval speak.
No, here we go. This is it.
Is this for people who like meet up and like dress up as like...
The Reed Road was a Husen scheme into Balornock and Balmer.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Bigot in the mid-late 1960s, the Reed Road was bigot with steel and asbestos. Sax Tours was happy with...
No, but there's not a person that can't read English that can read that. Who's that for?
It's for Scottish people.
Have you ever like people...
It's like phonetic. It's like fucking hooked on phonics.
Have you ever seen like a Scottish Twitter when like people...
Yeah, when people talk in Scottish, it's pretty funny.
They are hilarious.
Yeah, they're really, really good.
Shane was telling me, he's like, dude, in the fucking Scotland and like the north, like, because he did a full UK tour. He's like, it's just everyone's me.
Yeah.
Like,
it's so true.
He's like, I fucking love those
guys. It's a land
of
Shane Gillis's.
Yeah. So anyway, I was like, we should watch the video for Liberian Girl because...
Which is a masterpiece.
First of all, you have to make that video.
Yeah.
So the video is that it's like every celebrity of that day at a film set, and they're like, "Where's Michael?" And like Michael hasn't shown up, and like Michael asked all these, but Steven Spielberg's there, Dan Aykroyd's there, like all these like random
funny people as well, like Danny Glover.
Yeah,
and shit
Danny
like
Glover's
like,
there,
it's like really
and everyone's like,
specific to the time.
And
Where's Michael?
Yeah,
like, it is, and they don't play the song because so the song doesn't
is
get
playing
played
at like half volume.
And it'll be like Woody Harrelson and Danny Glover being like, "Where's Michael?"
They're like, "He called you too," and they're like, and so everyone's waiting for Michael, and they're playing the song at like half volume, and then at the end, Michael comes down on a crane, and he has the camera, and he's like, "All right, everybody, it's a wrap," and like you realize Michael's been directing it the whole time.
Yeah.
So it's like very high concept. And Maddie, you want to do a video where it's all like the most shit British celebrities, like waiting for you. They're like, "Where's
Maddie?" I'm
Maddie?
gonna remake it with like Love Island contestants and like
that'd be amazing.
Like,
you got to
do
the
shittiest people.
You got to make it. It has to be directed by Nick and me.
Yeah, it'll be so good.
Who are those two British like TikTok ladies? They're like addicted to Botox, and they're like
the porn star ones.
Yeah.
They're called like the cock destroyers or something.
Yeah.
And they just look like they're terrifying. They're just like, "I just love to sock and fuck," and you're like, "Whoa."
They're the horny.
You're like, "Nah, I'm good." One of them follows me on Instagram.
They're
really?
like the aunts from
you gotta
James and the
DM.
Giant Peach.
I DM'd Ice Spice.
Did you?
And there's a couple of shit like I try not to like DM because it's like it's not a good move, right? You want to be like cool, so you want to like
send a telegram.
Yeah, exactly.
Telegram.
Like a raven or like
fly over their house in a hot air balloon and expose your penis to them.
Yeah.
Well, something like that, especially not just like a Julian Casablancas-esque DM. So
that DM is the best.
It's the best. Have you ever read that out?
I don't know if we've read it on the show, but Mac
Get that man
showed it to us.
a fucking fedora.
Yeah,
like,
Julian. Let's read it out.
We have to read
now.
that as for the
It's
reference.
not even a fedora. Get him a fucking a bag of candy in a van.
Yeah, I mean
it's
it's beyond widowerly kind of levels of.
Hello, fellow human traveler.
Yeah, you know it. You must know it.
I've
What
seen,
is
I've
it?
seen
Oh
it.
yeah, he says.
But, I mean, I bet you know
he
it.
said,
verbatim. That's what your brain's
I
like.
he says, memorized.
He DMs this girl. He says, "Howdy. IG showed me pictures of you, even though I try to focus on art and human-like animals and people fighting."
What the fuck are human-like animals? You mean
know.
monkeys?
Yeah,
you fucking
he doesn't
retard?
fucking know what he's talking about.
Human-like animals?
So I thought
Furry
I'd say a
porn? He's just
respectful.
watching.
So I thought I'd say a respectful, platonic hello, psychic pal. Parentheses maybe. And then new line, the end, and then a salute emoji, and it says returning to self-imposed solitude.
Oh, dude,
that guy! He was
the coolest guy in the world.
When I was 15, I was like, that is the coolest kind of guy you could be.
When you become a guy that just wants to get pussy, though, it's just so sad. Like when you go from a guy who like gets pussy, and then you get used to it, and then it dries up, and you like continue to try and find it. Like, it's so. Not a good vibe. But anyway, no. Ice Spice, you know who that is?
Nick doesn't know who it is.
She's like
one of the Spice Girls.
Yes, that's
she's
right.
like this rapper.
She's the rapper
that
from
has
the Spice
one-
Girls.
Inuit Spice Girl. Just this chubby Chinese lady. Yeah, I rap music. Do they talk like that? Do Inuits talk like that?
They don't talk with a Chinese
They
accent.
talk like a more Hawaiian style.
Yeah, more Hawaiian.
Yeah.
Welcome to Hawaii.
Yeah. Locals only.
Locals only.
Coconut.
Yeah, that's what Ice Spice is like.
She's a very attractive woman
Yeah.
that released one song and basically
So
everyone
you
was
slide
like,
in your DMs, you're like, so
Yeah.
what are you, a fucking Eskimo or
Yeah,
something?
yeah, that's what I was like. You fucking dumb.
Yeah. Anyways, returning
I didn't
to
go to the
self-imposed
Nick,
solitude.
the Nick school of fucking dating girls, which is like a meet cute. My
Yeah.
favorite Nick story where Nick's in a fucking coffee shop or whatever, and this girl like drops her lid or something in front of
Oh, yeah.
Nick of
No,
all
it was
the
at
people.
a train
A
station.
train station drops the lid in front of Nick, and she like goes to get it. It's like a meet cute. She looks up at him. Is like, "Oh, is this okay?" It's like this cute, perfect opportunity for you to be charming. And you're like, I mean, nothing matters. I'm gonna fucking kill myself. It's
I
like,
didn't
bro,
say that. I was like, who gives a shit?
there you go.
So I was like,
Same
and
thing.
then she kind of looks side eyed, and I was like, who gives a fucking shit about anything?
Yeah, exactly.
And
then she walks away.
She's like,
And you're
really
like, God
cute.
damn it!
Really cute girl.
No, I didn't even really think. I didn't think about it until after the fact.
Yeah,
I
after
know,
the
I
fact,
know you
were
did.
saying, yeah.
I know you didn't.
Wait, what did you say to Ice Spice before we get back to the
Well, there's just like a
to
couple of
the
girls.
epic the epic
I was
conclusion?
thinking about how I went into that same exact train station a week prior, maybe it was a month prior, and somebody had just killed themselves in front of the train, and then they took hours. The train was shut down for hours so they could clean it up, and then I went in after they cleaned it up, and there's just fucking like. Basically, kitty litter where the body was
No.
dragged. Yeah, so this giant
That's what the
stain of-
city does.
Oh
just
my
human
God.
entrails. They just
Wow.
just fucking like down the track. They're like dust off their hand, good to go. Just some Department of Sanitation guy, like, yeah, we cleaned up a fucking body down in front of Welby.
Oh
To
god!
pick up some
Jesus.
kitty litter because some fucking moron fucking was too sad.
Jesus. A woman shot herself on the train next to me once, and it was like so fucking
She's like, oh,
traumatizing.
excuse me.
She's like, oh, sorry.
Oops.
Oops.
That sounds like a meat
She's
cute.
just raising in her seat.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally just floating above it. No, she was really traumatized. She was wearing like a white dress, and she'd obviously like got
Yeah.
food poisoning quite quickly. She had like explosive diarrhea.
Yeah, and then you guys went and bought diapers together.
Yeah.
And you're like, there's something.
There's
maybe we
something
can hang
something
out
here
again.
about her.
Maybe after you take a shower, we can hang out again.
No, but what I was saying, what was I saying about
Ice Spice.
Ice Spice? Yeah, I lost my cool with that one. Doja Cat sent her a DM once when I was like drunk or something.
She likes like Sam Hyde and stuff.
Oh really? Yeah,
Yeah.
like Doja Cat used to like go into like
She's-
4chan and get like racially abused and shit
She
like that.
stole
Like,
she stole my chainmail look. She stole that from me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't actually. I saw that on you before her.
She stole it.
That really worked with the beard though. When you had the full, that was so. That was kind of badass.
How come we don't hear about this kind of cultural appropriation?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's true. No, apparently she's people got mad. She used to show her titties to 4chan.
To racists. Yeah, that was like her thing. She's like goad racist. I think she's kind of like, what's the word? Like based. She's like very internet.
Yeah, she's
like-
one of those.
But Ice Spice, no reply. Doja Cat, no reply.
Apparently Drake flew out Ice Spice and then flew her back and unfollowed her.
That's so sick.
It's really sick.
It's so sick. Drake is fucking hilarious. Like the guy's like 38 years old or something. Like, and he's kind of just running around, just like, you know.
That's our age.
He get-
Yeah.
No, I know, but
we're
He's
that
still
age.
posting
But we're not-
selfies
but-
smoking hookah.
That's what I mean. We don't do that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
What, fly out Doja? I don't have that opportunity.
No, it's
to
not the
fly.
flying out thing. It's the whole kind of like holding on to being like 21 years old as an aesthetic.
That's my
Like,
entire life.
I don't know how you age into
no,
that.
I continue doing that.
Yeah, same.
I got PlayStation 5. I've just been playing BioShock again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you
To
got
feel
Bioshock
something.
PS5? They like redo it. Did
No,
they
they
redo
didn't,
it?
they didn't redo it. It's the old game from 20 years ago.
It's a great game though. Isn't that
So-
based on like Ayn Rand or something?
It is, yeah.
That's quite cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's what got Nick into reading.
What, Ayn Rand or Bioshock?
Ayn Rand.
Really?
Adam's making a joke, but Adam's the one that actually doesn't read.
No, I'm reading right now,
No,
dude.
he's
What are you
not.
reading?
All the King's Men.
You're listening to it on audiobook.
That's a reading.
No, you're
That's
not.
reading.
And when you move your car twice a week to not get tickets, you listen to 30 seconds. It cuts off halfway through a word, and he's like, "I'm reading."
I've read 7 hours.
Yeah.
You
Anyway.
listen to what's All the King's Men?
It's basically about
Robert
Huey
Penn
Long.
Lord. It's about this Southern politician, like this populist politician.
I don't
Adam's
care. I
Book
don't care.
Corner. No, it's good.
Oh,
It's
it's
really
good. Is it
good.
American though?
It's
Is
a
it? Do you have to be
It's
American to
American,
like?
yeah.
Like it?
No, I think it's told from the perspective of this guy he's a journalist, and then he started working for him, and then
It's got a real slick style to it.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
The
it's cool.
language itself makes it worth reading.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll try that.
Anyway, so we're like, oh, we should play that music video, and then all those birds,
They start dancing, right?
they started
In
dancing.
My
They started doing
house.
sexy dancing, and I was like, wow, this is
Erotic.
this is erotic. And then so then we're like, oh, we got to go. Maddie's got a tour tomorrow.
Which
And
I
then
did.
we're like waiting for the Uber, like outside, and then the girl Olive, Maya's friend. Coincidentally, she played my assistant in the episode where I was of the Adam Freeland Show, where I was trying to find where I thought Nick died.
Oh, with the cold open.
yeah.
Okay, that's right.
She played my NYU intern. That girl. Anyway, so she's like, oh, my heavens, oh goodness. She was like, I forgot my water bottle in there. So she went back in, and Maddie, like on his phone and then on his like 77-inch OLED, just got Ghetto Gaggers blaring. 30 seconds after the hang, just going, just hardcore pornography.
I heard that story, and the only part that bothered me was airplane.
Well, that's what
pornography to
you
TV.
text me immediately, being like, I just need the info on this story. Like, why on earth? Like, how psychopathic do you have to be to like airplay porn to your like TV?
I remember when porn on the phone became a thing, and everybody's like, "Oh, this is weird," and it's like, no, that's what I always wanted to be. I want to be hunched over.
Yeah.
Get the phone jammed in my face.
Yeah.
Jacking off on my own face.
Just edging for like 2 days.
Yeah, crumpled up.
Well, you've been doing porn on the Apple Watch.
Yeah. I have,
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For real?
No.
That would be so sick.
Yeah. While
But
jogging.
it's just like images.
This is how James Bond jacks off.
Yeah.
That'd be a great Apple Watch. It's just fucking just a yoga class filled with fat black women, and then one guy just on his phone, or one guy jacking off, and people are like, "Are you jacking off to us?" And they're pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
And he's like, "No, there's women of size on my watch, Apple Watch," and then they say, "Yeah, you're fired from Apple.
You're fired
for coming up with that idea."
Well, I was there. It wasn't just it was the combination of the fact that it was, you're not exaggerating, it was 30 seconds. Like, you guys were still waiting outside. She came back in. I was already flustered. Like, I was like dressed as guy who is jacking off. So I had like untucked shirt. And like you said, I think it literally was like Ghetto Gaggers was on the TV. It's just somebody just getting like brutalized. And it wasn't like some cool, sceney New York art girl who was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, it doesn't matter." Like, it was Little Olive who came in. She was like, "I'm so sorry."
Yeah, she like Britishly apologized.
And it's just like, and I'm like, it's fine, it's okay. And I just,
Well, I mean,
10 minutes would have been fine, but 30 seconds was like, that was kind of almost, I was worried that that was like offensive.
I think when you're a guy living alone, the order of operations is before you go to sleep, you just have to jack.
Well, it was you asked me, you were like,
jack off, go to sleep.
You said to me,
I got a story. I lived with a guy, and fucking, I had to work in the morning at like 6 a.m. Hold on a second. I had to work in the morning at 6 a.m., so I went to sleep at like fucking, I don't know, 9. And he had brought this girl over like on a date. He was a big fat guy. And he brought a girl over on a date, and then, they watched a movie, made dinner, and I guess he struck out. She didn't want to hook up, but she was too like drunk to go home, so she just slept on the couch. And so he like passive aggressively went into his room and started blasting fucking pornography. Like, in this kind of
so
maybe
sick.
she'll hear it and wanna and I'm like trying to go to sleep. It's 3 a.m. It's just yeah, just machine gun fucking pussy.
yeah, fuck.
Yeah. Anyways, today's episode of the Adam Freeland Show is brought to you by MyBookie.ag.
MyBookie.
MyBookie.ag.
And we're here for the Super Bowl. So MyBookie back with a couple ad reads this year, starting with the Super Bowl. This is the big one. You asked for it, and they listen. They being MyBookie, not the Adam Freeland Show. MyBookie designed a unique deposit bonus that lets you cash in and cash out quick.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I don't really know how it works. This is a unique deposit bonus for sports.
I thought you could only gamble if you were like Native American in America.
There's places where it's legal, but yeah, on the reservations, there's no rules. Just
but what about like mybookie.ag? How does that work?
It's all offshore stuff.
Oh.
So .ag is Swiss. So I think it's not even. They have to
like fuck with the government.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
That's cool.
Yeah, they have child porn on the website.
Shout out.
Yeah, that way you kind of just it's like when you buy like condoms or whatever. You're like, let me get a magazine. You slide in the sports betting underneath the other stuff. This is a unique deposit bonus for sports bettors who want to focus on what to bet and not a payout sweat. Oh, that's nice.
Good.
They got rhyming copy now.
Yeah, is that alliteration?
Yeah, it's just rhyming.
Just rhyming.
You should know. You're a
I don't know. I just call it rhyming, but then people call it alliteration.
Alliteration is when the first letter of every word is the same.
Yeah. All right.
Ghetto gaggers.
Ghetto gaggers is alliteration. Yeah. Unique deposit bonus. Sports bettors want to focus on what to bet and not a payout sweat. Make your first deposit today with promo code TAFS.
Ooh. Oh, you got the promo code now? You know exactly what it is?
It's either TAFS, TAFS 23,
so no.
Cumtown, or Cumtown 20.
So absolutely
try them all out.
Try 4 of them.
I know Joey switched it, but we had this conversation 2 months ago. So, Joey, I apologize, but it's
Shout out to Joey.
Wager your deposit amount once, and you're eligible to cash out.
Wow.
Yeah, so if you want a sports book that gives you the most, so you have to put in a deposit, and then you have to risk that amount of money, and then you can cash out whenever.
Okay.
There used to be like a waiting period.
Right. Okay, that's the model. I get it.
So this is perfect if you're like, we don't have rent next month. I don't know how I'm going to feed the kids. I'm certainly not getting a job.
This will definitely work.
Yeah. But yeah, I have the inheritance. I have the settlement money from when I got quote unquote whiplash.
Yeah, I got my $23 left over from that.
I'm going to deposit in MyBookie.
I'm out of opioids.
If you want a sports book that gives you the most for your money, bet on the big game with MyBookie. Pre-game, live lines, and Super Bowl props. What are prop bets?
What's a prop bet?
Prop bet is like the first guy to catch a pass.
Oh, right, okay.
The first, the team that wins the coin flip at the beginning.
So you can bet on like all that shit. Like
the first one to get myocarditis and die on the field.
Yeah.
From climate change.
Yeah, from climate.
Has anyone in American football ever done like a Chris Benoit?
What do you mean?
Oh yeah, a lot.
What do you mean? Yeah. What do I mean?
Literally, yeah. Most
yes.
of them.
Most of them.
Yeah,
there was a really.
What's that thing called when you hit your head and they get a disease?
CTE.
CTE. That's what.
There was a really sad story of this guy on the Kansas City Chiefs who killed his girlfriend and child. I think your mom's calling right now.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You love my mom.
I love her.
Is she mum or mom?
Mum.
She's mum.
She shouted Nick and I out in the
newspaper.
Newcastle newspaper.
She was like, I started a podcast because of Cumtown.
She's like, my son showed me Cumtown, and I met them at Madison Square Garden.
She loves it.
Your mom's cool. You got a good mom.
Yeah, I got a really.
She's
good
a really
mom.
nice.
I'm really
mom.
close with my mom. She's insane, but she's really,
on the
really fucking
she's
cool.
on the View of England.
Yeah, she like does like the View
loose
of like,
women,
UK. And she was kind of like a big like not like a COVID denier, but she was very like
awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah.
It was fucking cool.
Good.
She was so like fuck you to everybody.
She's
and I really liked it.
a Geordie.
She's a Geordie. I'm technically a Geordie.
How do you know all this? What the fuck? You're coming in hot with like, oh,
really is.
Your mom's Geordie. Tell us some more, Maddie. Your mom's Geordie Larry?
No, she's from, she gets Larry. She's a Geordie.
Hey.
She's from Newcastle.
That's right. That's what we call them, Geordies.
Yeah.
But she's from Tyneside.
Bro, yeah, she is. That's.
Yeah. I'm an Anglophile.
Why does he know so much about
I
his
don't
mom?
know why he knows so much about mom.
No, there's not an Anglophile. You want to fuck his mom.
I'm an Anglophile for that ass.
Yeah.
I consider myself more of a curvophile.
Yeah. Ooh.
I don't like it when a bitch got too many angles.
I like a
that's right.
I like a pointy ass bitch. I'm an Anglophile.
500 pounds. I can't get enough.
What is that guy?
Can't get enough.
What is it? The guy. It was a black guy who was saying that black guys don't like long backs on a woman.
Who?
There's a guy famously who was like, the black community, we don't fuck with long backs.
Was it Thomas Jefferson?
Yeah. It was his mulatto child.
No, but that makes sense, right? Like a long back is like, it can either be quite like attractive or kind of a bit like, where's the
I think a long back
Where's the
means
ass?
a flat ass, right?
Yeah, because your
Yeah.
ass needs to start like halfway up your back to have a true.
I like an
fat
ass right under the shoulder
Yeah,
blades.
yeah. I like I like neck and then ass.
Which you can see on a lot of football players at
Yeah,
the Super Bowl this weekend that you can bet on at MyBookie.
At MyBookie.
AG,
Yeah.
if you want a sports book that gives you the most for your money, bet on the big game with MyBookie. Pre-game live line Super Bowl props, bet everything from the opening coin toss, the length of the national anthem, the color of the Gatorade dumped on the winning coach.
Yeah,
Wow,
those are
really?
prop bets. Yeah, like you could bet literally on anything.
I can't tell you exactly who's going to win the Super Bowl, but I can tell you where I'm placing my bets. MyBookie. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie.
How do they like come to you as an advertising model? Are they like, we need something
Well, it's
for the in kind of like people who have gambling addictions and have no boners?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, it's really we're brand. Calm Down was brand unsafe, and so these companies they can't like MyBookie. They can't advertise on fucking like Good Morning America.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So we get all that kind
Sick.
of stuff.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But Ridge Wallet, that they advertise on the
they're
Super Bowl.
homies.
and
I
stuff.
know
Yeah,
about
yeah.
Ridge Wallet. Yeah,
They're
yeah.
big.
Well,
They're
they
big.
blew up quick. That guy like really nailed it. Their business model. But yeah, I don't know why they do this. They all do this. They say additional promo details and then not to be read or posted for audience. Like then just don't put that in the copy because I'm going to read it by accident.
Yeah, exactly.
The website may give you cancer. This is something we're looking into.
I was gonna say there's this guy Joe Von Belcher who played for the Kansas City Chiefs, and he lived with his like infant child and girlfriend, and because of because of CTE, I think it was personally,
Or it could have been all of the belching.
it could have been his belching.
It could have been.
He killed his
It could have
girlfriend.
been the acid reflux that did it.
He killed his girlfriend, then drove to the stadium, walked into the coach's office, and then shot himself in the head in front of them.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's not. Is there a Netflix documentary about that guy, or is there another guy who like got done for something?
Aaron Hernandez.
There's the movie,
That's Aaron Hernandez.
Aaron Hernandez.
Yeah, the gay.
Yeah.
There's a movie Concussion that's all about the Nigerian doctor that discovered CTE. Like really only it was like 11 or something.
Yeah.
It was relatively recent.
I mean, it's kind of a funny discovery, like that shouldn't have just already been like an assumption, right? Like,
yeah.
you're gonna
Yeah.
go crazy if you're. It's like when people were like talking about Tyson Fury, like saying crazy shit. It's like, well, guy who gets punched in head for a job says something crazy.
I
isn't
love
really a
him.
headline. Oh, he's my hero.
I love him.
He went to school with the band. We went to school together.
Really?
Yeah, he was
How
in the
big
same
was he?
class. He was enormous.
He's enormous,
He was enormous
yeah.
and is genuinely called Tyson.
And he's
was
like a really sweet guy,
the
too.
nicest guy.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
he was literally like bred to be a
Gypsy
heavyweight
King.
title. Yeah, when he was like 6, he was like ghost boxing in like in the playground and stuff. Like he was going to be a champion.
I love when he talks about how he's like, you could call me fat. Like, you could like, he's like, yeah, I'm fat. I'm white. Like, I'm like a piece of shit. I'm a gypsy.
I'm the best.
But I'm like, you can like, I have the biggest heart in the entire world.
It's so sweet.
His brother was also famously on the program Love Island.
Yeah, well, he's like getting even more famous because he's going to fight Jake Paul.
He's doing
He
like
is
celebrity
doing it.
boxing.
No, he's a legit boxer.
It's so funny that fucking like because YouTube kind of ruined stand-up.
Yeah.
Like I remember when the YouTube guys started showing up at clubs. I remember I went to Caroline's. This is almost like 10 years ago.
Right.
And fucking I'm just hanging out. I had a long day. And I just wanted to go to Caroline's to see a show. I didn't know who was there. And the fucking showroom opens, and like this 10-year-old boy with no expression on his face just comes like just out in a line on a fucking Razor scooter. He had his like scooter in there.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck is this? And then I look in the showroom, and it's a bunch of just 10-year-old boys. And there's a 47-year-old, 10-year-old boy on stage, and he's like, "Remember, nobody can tell you what to." And he's like doing like motivational speaking for kids.
Caroline's?
Yeah, Caroline's. And he was just some fucking like YouTube guy that's popular with like little boys. And I'm like, okay, I guess this is what comedy is now.
Yeah, it's done.
But you never would have thought that YouTube guys would take over boxing.
Yeah, I know, right?
You're a fucking heavyweight boxer.
good,
like,
too.
Well, I mean, it sells tickets.
I think he's
No,
pretty legit.
I think Jake Paul's really
To
good.
be honest, I think if you're a multi-millionaire and you dedicate every waking hour of your life to something, you can get like pretty good at it.
Well,
Yeah,
let's put it this way:
cool
they could kick my ass probably.
Yeah,
but they're not like the best boxers in the world.
No,
of course not. But
it'll be interesting to see him fight a legit boxer.
It is cool that those guys, their careers were like about crashing Lamborghinis and stuff. That's how they like got famous.
Yeah.
And then they were like completely like they were supposed to be done because he did that bit where he was like, I'm in Japan in the suicide forest.
Yeah. Oh my God, a dead body.
Before the dead body thing, though, he did a bit where he was like going around Japan just doing racism to everyone.
Yeah.
And like no one cared about that.
No.
Well, Japan has it coming. They're racist.
Well, you think they're due some racism because of what happened? You know, well, we all know what happened
in
Sorry,
both
Adam.
Korea and China. Yeah.
Well, what do you mean? Sorry, me.
Well, because
You're talking about the
xenophile.
Holocaust.
no, I'm just saying like what happened
The
back in the day.
Holocaust.
The Holocaust, basically the Holocaust.
Do you think any
Sorry about
Japanese guys were working at the camps? Like they were part of like a foreign exchange
it.
program?
I do really want to hear your impression of that.
Please step into the.
It's time for a shower.
Oh, please step into the shower.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, please.
We have onsen set up for you.
Oh, please.
Please.
Oh, please.
Please after me.
Yeah, taking his shoes off before going in the room to scoop the
Japanese
bodies out. just putting his shoes next to them. They're just dragging them out. Oh, please.
Please come in.
Yeah, I was
I don't know if there was.
I was in a
hope there
Japanese restaurant one time and I walked by one of the waiters. I was looking for the bathroom and he was like right in front of the bathroom and I walked past him and he just like jumps back and goes, "Yes, please." That's awesome.
Dude, have you ever done a show in Japan? It's so fucking crazy.
Yeah, we did shows there.
Did
yeah.
you?
Yeah.
Well, music shows they go crazy when you finish, and then they go silent.
Mm-hmm.
So it's this like you don't know if you're bombing, but like they're just being really, really respectful.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I find it really, really interesting as a culture because like that's where all like the cool, like the heaviest metal comes out of Japan, or like the craziest sex stuff comes out of Japan. But it's also like suppressed. Like when you're out there, it's very there's like a childishness to it. Like, you know, they'll be working on like the water. Yeah. And instead of like a sign that says like don't drive here, it'll be like a cartoon water drop being like something. Something like really cute.
Well, they are depressed. That's why they kill themselves because Japan kind of like fell off. They were like white hot in the 1980s. Their economy was on fire. They were like the kings of like consumer electronics and cars. Yeah. And then their economy fell off. And now the people they're most racist towards, the Koreans, like have just become like bigger than Japan ever could be. Yeah, their cultural exports and their economy is, you know.
Well, there's a weird thing.
Samsung's like the #2 phone company in the world.
Is it?
Yeah, and Samsung used to make like fucking like toasters.
Yeah. Well, maybe it has that same thing as well. Like what we were talking about, the irony of like Britain is that like we used to go around and like
rape
fuck everyone and own everything.
It's
and
so
now,
funny.
And now we're just some gay shit little
at
island
least,
that no one gives a fuck about.
At least everybody speaks English.
Yeah.
You go anywhere across the world,
Thank
people
God.
nobody's speaking Japanese except the worst people in any culture.
Yeah. But I fuck with Japan. I've got a Japanese tour coming up.
Oh yeah.
I've never done that. I've only like done like Tokyo. I've not been to like Yokohama.
I loved it, dude. I had such a good time.
I've been twice.
When did you guys go?
We went. Yeah, we went with Stav and Dasha, and then I went back right before COVID.
Right.
The day Kobe died, I was there.
Fuck Kobe, man.
Which that must have upset a lot of Japanese people.
What, Kobe dying?
That Kobe died, and they don't know which Kobe it is. They're fucking like, Uncle is dead. You know, they just see the headline.
Yeah. There's loads of confused. Yeah,
he was named after Kobe beef.
That's it's probably because of his name is why he was so bad at driving the helicopter.
Oh, he wasn't driving.
Okay, all right.
He wasn't driving.
Right. Or maybe he crashed it on purpose.
Dude,
that's another thing they do.
Yeah.
Dude,
I was in
Kobe.
I was in Pittsburgh.
Yes.
I was in Pittsburgh this
Back
weekend.
on the radio.
And like when I got on stage, I was like, I've been like seeing all the sites. I was like, went to the Roethlisberger bathroom.
You know, it's also like because he's Japanese is also why he was a rapist. Okay, sorry.
He's not. It's never proven.
I know. He's also not Japanese. It's a joke. Dude.
It's a joke, Adam. Don't
It's
be
a
so
fucking
sensitive.
His name is actually Japanese.
What, Kobe?
Yeah.
Is he named after Kobe beef?
Yeah.
What, because it's
Kobe.
good?
No, because his dad was playing in Japan when I think his mom got pregnant.
He's like, man, this is good as shit. I'm gonna name my son McDonald.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe my son Sushi.
It's like Kobe Bryant and my mom are your hot topic, your like kind of fan topics that you know the most about them. You're like a Kobe guy, right?
Kobe and Bob Dylan and Woody Allen. And I met.
You met Woody Allen, right?
Uh-huh.
His face. Look at your little face.
So sick. And he was like, what was it like meeting Maddie Healy? Dude, in Pittsburgh, the fucking, like, the staff at the club were like, you know, just like fucking kind of, you know, Western PA, like just whatever, bros. And then, like, one of them, like, a bunch of them were coming up to me. They were like, yo, like, what was it like to meet Maddie Healy?
Was it like to meet him?
Yeah. I was like, damn, I didn't know you were like that famous.
I've gotten
You're insanely famous.
I've gotten like really famous recently, but it's made me way more reluctant to be. I'm a bit like, okay, well, if culture's going to demand that I'm famous, I'm going to make you really work for it. Like, do you know what I mean? I'm
You're
not
gonna be
really
the bad boy of
Well,
being
it's not
famous.
that. It's just like I've always been like a heel. You know, like in wrestling, it's, you know, like the face and heel kind of thing in wrestling.
Yeah.
This is an anti-wrestling podcast.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. We're
Well,
not wrestling guys.
Well, it was like
well,
a thing in
uh,
comedy to get into wrestling as an adult.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate that.
It's really bad.
Well, like
but I'll tell you
loving
what, it's
my
better,
hero's mankind, that kind of thing.
It's better than the comic book era.
Oh,
there
no,
was
that
like
was
2
awful.
years there where fucking comedians
Nerd
were
comedy?
like, actually, I like comic books. It's like, no, you don't. No one I
up.
knew growing. We're all the same age.
Yeah.
No one I knew growing up read comic books.
Until the OC, and they wanted to be like Seth Cohen or something like that. Or
Not
is it an
even then.
aesthetic
I
thing?
literally don't
No, it
know a
was after
single
that.
fucking person that read comic books. It's like a thing from the fucking like 70s.
70s, yeah.
Yeah. And then somehow, when I was fucking 25, every comedian was like, well, I'm really into comic books.
There's this comic in DC that told, I was like at a
I
coffee
hate
shop
that.
with him before
Yeah.
a show, and he like, he was like pitching me on a new joke, and I was like, I don't know, dude. And he's like, well, you don't fucking know, you know. He was like, this is fucking gold. And he goes up on stage and he's like, so the Hulk says, you wouldn't like to see me when I'm angry. Who would you like to see when they're angry?
Okay, that-
and it just bombs.
Yeah.
And I was like, I told you, bro. I told you that was bad.
To be fair,
I was working on something like that recently. Because
What
I
was
told
it?
you, I went with the Equinox, and they do like this free fitness assessment. And
Yeah,
I was
what they
like,
tell you.
Tell me it was going to expire, right? So I was like, all right, well, I'll go do the thing. And I get in there, they're like, we're going to take your resting heart rate and your blood pressure. And I'm like, I'm out. I'll see you. And I'll leave. Because I just don't want to know. I can't check it.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know? And then, but like, cause I worry about you Googling it, and they keep everybody always says like high blood pressure is the silent killer, right? And it's like, well, that seems better. Well, you want a loud killer?
yeah.
You want fucking cancer that just screams and you're fucking dying? In
I
your
think
face?
that's a little bit better than the Hulk joke.
To be fair,
single day, it's
the way
same.
you delivered the
Who would you like to see?
no, but
when they're
you
angry?
doing that made me laugh.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
how he
I mean,
talks.
it's bad. That's
Yeah.
how that guy talks.
I go
yeah.
silent killer all the way.
Silent
Heart
killer.
attack is the way to go. It's classic.
Mm-hmm.
James Gandolfini had the best death in the world. He's in fucking Sicily.
Big meal.
5-star hotel, big meal. He's wearing a
I think that was in
bathrobe and a
Rome. Yeah,
Rolex.
yeah.
Getting his dick sucked by his son. His fucking heart explodes.
Mhm.
You can't ask for anything better than that.
That is a way to go out.
Right. Rather than fighting something.
Yeah, fuck that.
Having
Like,
an
I don't-
Insta, you have to make an Instagram for your cancer.
Yeah.
You have a separate one. It's all just black and white filter photos of you fighting. No thanks, pal.
Yeah. You're wearing a T-shirt that says "fuck cancer" on it.
No, I want to have just one too many slices of pizza on vacation.
Yeah.
And then
And
just,
your heart just falls.
I'm talking
out
to
of your
people,
ass.
wow, this is a great vacation. And someone's like, Nick, why is one of your eyelids closed? And I'm like, well, yeah. And then
Yeah.
That's
And then
the
it's
end of it.
it.
Yeah. That's the way to go.
I think you're kind of like a heart attack guy. I could see that for you.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I'll be dead in 20 years.
Well, I don't know about that, but when you go, you're not gonna like you're not gonna cling on for a start. Like you'll get like I think explode, which is this word that you have in you. I think that is how you'll die in some way.
Yeah.
Something will explode,
Outburst.
outburst
Yeah.
from like the ass or
I
the
think
chest
Nick-
or the brain, maybe.
Nick will be on stage and he'll tell the perfect joke.
Oh, that would be great. Didn't Tommy Cooper die like that? And they thought it was a bit like he had a heart attack. And he literally went over, and they were like, it literally killed. Like people were going wild, and then the curtain closed. and they were like, "Oh, shit."
Sling Blade.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember it. So the fat guy in Sling Blade that's not Joe Don Baker. He's part of the band. He's part of Dwight Yoakam's
Oh
band.
yeah, I'm getting the band.
The
back
guy
together.
that tells that weird story, that weird like spiritual.
Yeah,
kind
I
of
know what
thing.
you're talking about.
That guy, I think it was him or somebody he played in a band with. I can't remember. Died on stage, like just like they're like fucking like Zydeco band or whatever.
Oh my God.
They're playing and he just fucking like had a heart attack and slumped over one of the monitors. But there's so many people in the band doing weird like Cajun bullshit.
They couldn't tell.
Like 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Before anybody just
They couldn't tell the washboard guy was dead.
He's just dead, and then then they just had to like drag him.
Yeah, fuck. I don't know about dying. That sucks.
You're in
I
good
don't want
shape
to.
though. You're all right.
I'm in good shape now. I'm in good shape since recently, but like I was saying,
You're a
before,
musician. You guys can just do drugs forever, dude.
Yeah,
I was in
yeah.
I was in fucking
We
in,
can,
in
to be fair.
Charlotte, and Paul Hooper and Carlos Valencia were there.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen Paul Hooper in a while, so we're just talking about like
He's a recovery guy, no?
Mhm.
Yeah.
we were just talking about comics, and it's like there's all these people that are just fucking dead. 'Cause they
Yeah.
get stuck in that middle rung where you're
Yeah.
making like $50,000 a year and they're just on the road all the time. And it's
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, dying in a comedy condo, which
Ugh.
is like, somebody's usually just somebody's like aunt's apartment.
Yeah.
And then
It's
they
awful.
leave for the weekend.
Whereas rock stars can get like blood boys, and we can like get like we just can like highly maintain our lifestyle. That's the thing.
Yeah.
It's when you like
Well, because
when
it's
you-
social. You're
Yeah.
on the road with a band, so you're having a good time.
yeah.
The comedian's just alone. There's nothing.
That's the thing. That's what sucks about like.
Something to do but order room service and do fucking probably fentanyl.
And watch
So do you guys?
Tucker.
It must be more fun when you guys go on like tour to get not
Oh,
necessarily you two,
1,000,000%.
Like when you go on
yeah.
tour with someone,
So
right?
Touring the podcast was so much more fun.
yeah.
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 Because I wouldn't tour because my band is all like very come by our like. We're very fortunate in the way we just happen to love each other and we really get on, and we
Yeah,
don't
You're
have,
like childhood friends.
yeah,
too.
we don't have any
Yeah.
animosity. We just don't. So it's like it's really lucky with that. But the truth of it is like asking me to go on tour with one person I didn't like, let alone like by myself. Like, what would I do if I went to Japan like next week by myself for like 2 weeks? I'd fucking kill myself. Like,
Yeah.
I hate touring outside of like hanging with my boys.
No, I tell you that Canada tour was brutal. The shows were like they were fine, but
Yeah.
like we didn't really make much money at all. And then Canada sucks. But yeah,
Doing like
that-
Winnipeg and shit like that. Do you do,
Yeah,
do that
We
kind of
did
stuff?
Edmonton.
Yeah,
Edmonton.
that's just fucking insane.
But yeah, dude, just hanging out that day I had in Montreal with Stav, where we went up the mountain and got the rowboat. Hilarious. So
Yeah.
one of the
My
I
life
laughed
was
at
my
it.
life was in a different place in Montreal.
You don't really hang when we're on tour. You bring your girlfriend, and go do girlfriend stuff.
Oh, yeah. But it
Or
was
like go look
the
at a
end-
church.
It was the end
Yeah.
of a relationship. Bringing my girlfriend, it was like just spinning out of control. Yeah,
that sucks.
but it was whatever. I mean, I liked Montreal a lot,
Yeah,
but what was I going to say? Oh no, but Vancouver is like a psychotic, weird place. But I kind of enjoyed that too. Like when we went to the dim sum place, and you were sitting next to that Chinese guy on Stav's lap, and I have that picture. That was like super fun.
You learned Chinese, didn't you?
so I mean, I took classes.
He was on
and-
social
and
media.
I wouldn't say I learned Chinese
because I could sometimes think, oh, that would be cool to like learn a bit of a language, so I could like get through on stage or like try and do.
Well, I wanted to go because we were going to go back to Australia, and then it's like, oh, I want to do like a long vacation, Because
Yeah.
it's like I'm making money now.
Yeah,
it's
for
like,
sure.
should traveling's fun.
Yeah.
I'd never really like done it, and so yeah, I wanted it. But when we were in Japan, they don't speak English, so I was like, I don't want to run into that again.
Yeah.
So yeah, I did.
So what? You guys went to Japan as Come Town?
We went just
Adam-
like to adjust to the time.
Yeah, Adam
difference?
booked it. Adam was like, well, let's go to
Oh.
Japan, and I was like, all right.
Oh,
I'm
okay,
gonna-
cool. Yeah, because
Yeah.
I was going to say that you don't have like a Japanese following, right?
No.
No,
the
no.
shows we did were all like expat, like,
cool.
American comedians.
Cool. Because Australia, you guys must kill.
Yeah,
They love
Yeah,
like
they
saying
love
like
cheeky
retard
comedy.
and
Dude,
Yeah.
I mean, the comedy over there was fucking insane because it's all expats, but there's only like 20 people doing comedy in Tokyo
Right.
that are like English
Oh,
speaking.
of course, yeah.
So their scene is like, I mean, it's almost like being around like feral children that tried to like come up with their own table manners.
Right.
Like it's just this bizarre,
Yeah.
like watching just like they have the structure of jokes, but then it's all like,
Yeah, they good.
you know how Shibuya is, and it's like, what the fuck is this, dude? It's bizarre.
So what? It's like it's like American
It's
stand-up, but-
Americans and English people, but it's all about living in Japan.
Well,
So
like
it's-
Cat Williams does that Jacksonville bit that you were talking about.
Yeah.
Like where he manages to do like local, like they're doing that about like Hakusako Mitsuke. And
literally,
shit like that.
I mean, I watch them, and it's like I don't like. I mean, they're doing well, but it's like I can't. I don't know what the fuck
you're talking about.
Right. It's like, do you like, because like if you want to have a career out of this, you have to like think about like, okay, well someday I'm not going to be performing in Shibuya, you know. So maybe write a joke about fucking going to lunch.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's just. I think it's just to find friends, probably.
Yeah.
Friends that all look at their phones and don't talk to each other, but those kind of friends. It's nice.
But I like being on the road because I get to like be with my friends. And you've seen my show. Like it's such a big thing now that it's not like it doesn't. It's kind of like the same thing that I do the same thing every day, really.
Yeah.
So it's pretty comfortable.
Yeah. No, the shows are like very impressive.
Cheers.
Nick and I really liked it.
Yeah.
I saw so many girls crying.
Oh, dude, it's so sick.
See, I was watching
They
the show.
cry
I
from
wasn't
you.
paying attention. Adam was staring at children.
Yeah, I'd stare at girls though. We were just talking about that. Nick was just lying about, well, not lying, but Nick was just saying that I was saying in the gym, I can't help but look at perfect bodies of men and women. You've got perfect little
Gay.
Yeah. But perfect little ass. What's that norm base? Like, I fucking hate it. When I'm in the gym and then there's some guy with his dick out and I'm hid behind the like bin trying to look at like his perfect little dick.
I'm trying to just be invisible. When I'm in the gym, I keep my head down. I don't like. I hate commercial gyms.
Yeah, I don't really go to one, but when I go to one, I'm like, it's like FAO Schwartz. I'm like, this is a wonderland of different bodies.
I get in that headspace and then I think
And everyone's
about
so
my
obsessed
own
with their
body.
ass.
No, I tell you, the only time I stare at women is when I'm in Philadelphia at the Reading terminal, and I make a prolonged eye contact
With the Amish girls?
Yeah.
I went to that place in Philly 2 weeks ago.
Did you do the eye contact thing?
The place you took me to, and I did the eye contact.
If I wasn't me,
it's amazing. They don't look away.
Yeah,
You can just
because they read it as they misread it, or like
no, because they're so isolated. It's like being at a zoo.
Yeah,
It's like
they go into Philly to work at this at this diner or something in the Reading terminal.
Yeah.
So it's just like they're like
It's like,
looking
bitch,
at the outside world.
You got no idea what I got in my pocket. An iPhone.
One of them was pretty hot. I gotta say.
Oh yeah.
With the Amish girls.
there's like a trend on TikTok of like Amish kids who like leave and then go and live in like a cosmopolitan area.
Rumspringa. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they still like churn their own butter and shit like that.
Well, they have a year where they leave and they decide whether or not they want to be Amish. Still,
You've seen Kingpin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you seen Kingpin?
The movie about bowling.
Yeah.
When I was a kid.
It's
yeah.
the best. It holds up.
It's a fucking great movie.
It's still good. Yeah, it's amazing.
I couldn't remember. I wouldn't be able to remember.
Yeah, Randy Quaid plays an Amish guy.
Oh, okay.
And fucking Woody Harrelson is like he was like a star bowler.
That's
in his
right,
youth,
Woody Harrelson. Yeah,
but he lost his hand.
right.
And he got
it.
like because what's his name? Ernie. What's the character's name? Ernie. Bill Murray plays him, but he's like Bill Murray's like the kind of like the slick, cool older bowler that tricks Woody Harrelson because he sees he's on the come up.
Oh yeah,
And they're going and playing in some private games for money.
yeah.
And then the guys realize that Woody Harrelson's got like a PBA ring on, and then he like hustled them. So they stick his hand in the bowl return machine. He loses his hand.
Fuck.
So then the movie starts, or the present day starts,
Yeah.
and Woody Harrelson is like now just living in like an efficiency apartment, licking the pussy of this like disgusting landlord to cover rent. And then he discovers fucking Randy. He's at a bowling alley and you can like hear him like just hitting strikes. He's just bowling 300s or whatever, and he's like, "You gotta like let me manage you.
Yeah.
You know, you're gonna be like a bowler." So he has to go like ingratiate him. He has to pretend to be his like Amish cousin.
Right. Okay.
To
sick.
convince the Amish community to let him take him on the road.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
The
It's the
Amish thing's
best.
always been really weird. I've never, because we have like gypsy culture and stuff like that, but the Amish thing I've always found.
Yeah.
So what? Who goes back? What's it called? Rumspringen?
Yeah, they do like
Rumspringa,
meth and stuff. They go crazy. on that
Do
year.
a lot of them go back? A lot of them like
I think
99% of them.
I think
go back.
they all go too hard and they're like,
Fuck
it's
this.
too scary. We got to go back.
Mm.
Yeah. There's like there are documentaries about it where they're just like like smoke like huffing computer duster and like
They're just going in with
going
that for
absolutely
everything.
mental. Yeah.
I suppose that's what I would have been like though if you'd like just told me that, just kept me in that environment as soon as I got to like, I don't know, a nightclub. Do you ever see that movie Boy A? It was like one of Andrew Garfield's first movie. It was about like there was a really famous killing in the UK of like this kid called Jamie Bulger by like these two 11-year-olds basically took this like 3-year-old from a shopping center and went like fucked him up on a train track. It's this like huge moral outrage. This isn't a funny bit. I don't even know what I'm talking about it, but there's a great movie about the concept. Like these kids went to jail when they were like 11, and then they came out when they were like 23, 24 with a new identity. And there's this like scene where this kid who was like went to jail as a killer is now out, and he goes and like does MDMA in a nightclub for like the first time. And not only is he experiencing drugs for the first time, he's experiencing like being part of a society without like being a villain and shit. It's really, really interesting. It's a cool movie.
I've said this before in the podcast, but my friend Jamel, who's our friend from starting stand-up, he was telling me that his friend went to jail and he just got out, and he was he didn't understand the rules of like the social rules concerning social media, and so he was just like at 11 a.m. on a Wednesday like posting porn on Facebook. Just hardcore pornography. Like because he hasn't been part of society.
Yeah. If you remove those steps, like how are you supposed to understand what like a comment section is?
I dated a girl.
My grandpa would do that before he died. He would just do Facebook posts, be like huge tits.
Yeah.
He'd be like,
I dated a girl that she was like on Facebook one time. She just like turns the computer to me. She's like, "This is the retarded kid from my high school," and his name is like David like Feldsteiner or whatever, and it says liked a page called Celebrity Boobs.
I was in Pittsburgh this weekend, and we got picked up in the Uber with this lady named Trish. And she was like, "Yeah, we have a lot of bars and nightclubs." And she was like trying to be a Pittsburgh tour guide. And literally within 3 minutes, she was like, "And I do not care that George Floyd is dead." It was like the most insane ride. She was like, "They tore this city apart. Those fucking people." She was like, "There was a lady having a steak, and the protesters took the steak off her plate." Just imagining like BLM protesters just like
just fuck this,
just like taking a lady's steak,
taking a broccoli,
with
holding it above their head, like running away, like down the street with it. Yeah.
Oh my god, it was hilarious.
Well, you have a flight.
You have to go.
What time is it?
So
it's 5 o'clock. 3. I gotta leave.
Guys, new episode of the Adam Freeland Show talk show up on Patreon. We have Ariel Pink up.
Oh shit!
People really seem to be loving it. I watched it with Mac last night, and he was like, legitimately, he was like, I've never seen him this happy in an interview.
Yeah.
He was like, even before he got canceled, he was still like fucking pissed.
Yeah.
And apparently he was like shocked that he was like having a nice time.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it looks hella good in here.
Thanks, bro.
It looks amazing.
We'll have you come back on the talk show.
Yeah, I'll come too. I'm coming. I've got like some more shows out here in at the end of the year. So
or we got live streaming set up, so we could just play Minecraft.
Yeah, that sounds
we could just
pretty
get
good.
a hop on Twitch.
What also is good at the
do like
moment?
Mr.
I'm gonna
Beast.
go. I'm gonna have. You're probably a good person to ask. I've got like probably like 4 or 5 days when I get back where I'm kind of gonna be ghetto gagging and just sat on that sofa. So like, are you playing anything that's good? Apart from BioShock.
Just BioShock. That's it. And then I'll probably never turn that.
Did you do Red Dead
on
2?
I did.
Yeah, I did it too.
Yeah.
The thing is with Red Dead 2 is I tried it twice across 2 different consoles, and I had to do that snow bit for like...
That's right at the beginning.
Yeah, I know, but I had to... Because I have like 2... the PlayStations are all over the place.
Oh, okay.
So I need to get past that bit.
Yeah.
But then I'm hoping to kind of just sit on that in my pants and just slide into mania.
I truly don't want to be playing video games.
I don't. Sometimes I have to like make myself, because otherwise I'll sit there and like... You know what you're like? You just go fucking crazy.
Well, I tell you what. No, I'm like I'm in like fully into that Caro LBJ series now, and that's my
the what?
thing. The Robert Caro's Lyndon Johnson.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I've been doing a lot of Ken Burns-y stuff.
Yeah,
recently.
I put Civil War back on.
Yeah, that's a good
somewhat
one.
recently.
That's a good one.
Shelby Foote is so funny. He's such like a funny guy because it's an interview with no audience and he's still somehow bombing.
Yeah.
The entire time he's like, oh, there's a joke. There's a bird in a tree. There's an owl saying who, and the boy soldier says, "Don't mind me, sir. I'm just on my way home." It's like it doesn't make any fucking sense.
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
All right, peace out.
That guy's a loser.
All right, have a good flight, brother.
How big is your dick? See you later, guys. Thank you. Later.
Right.